So, as soon as the game said there was a flowchart, the desire to look at it is so strong. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, so yeah, I assumed that the split here would have been if I had taken the right birdcage or something. It would have created a completely different path, which is interesting. I got an album photo. Those are the bonuses. Neat. Oh, cool, it's like concept art. Oh my god. That's pretty neat. And oh, okay, I see. So then that hidden item I found. Okay. Oh my. That's horrifying. That's pretty neat. Oh. Fascinating. I think it's better they went with that particular eye design over that one. But I think I like this outfit a little bit better because, I mean, it's got that detective-y look to it. Pretty neat. Anyway, video games.
My best friend was murdered, boss. I don't have it in me to sleep right now.
Yeah. Shit's crazy, yo. So, what happened to Mizuki?
She's sleeping at the hospital. They're going to give her counseling after she wakes up.
I see.
Her mother and her father. I hope she'll be okay.
Well, at least she's not homeless. Look at the bright side. You getting any sleep?
Of course not. I still got a mountain of work piled up. Answering to the higher-ups, the press. I'm just taking a little breather.
About Renju.
You were the first on the scene, so you know this better than anyone, but Renju was murdered. No way this was a suicide. And the fact that his left eye was removed tells me that this was the same killer as Shoko.
A serial killer.
The new Cyclops killer.
What?
That's the nickname that's been spreading around headquarters.
New?
Yes, several years ago.
Cuter.
There is no point in hiding it from him. He would find out on his own eventually. It's all over the news. These murders have gone viral, so to speak. The killings from 6 years ago have continued. The Cyclops killer is back.
6 years ago? Is that what you were talking about, boss?
Fine. I suppose you deserve to know. We have a name for it down at HQ. The original Cyclops serial killings, to distinguish it from this new one. It was 6 years ago in October. 4 bodies were found in the mountains of Akikawa Valley.
But the decomposition of the corpses were all at different stages. They were each killed sometime during May to September of that year.
But they did have 2 things in common. They were all young women, and...
Each corpse was missing their right eyeball, pulled out posthumously.
A few days after the corpses were discovered, the killer sent a statement to the press. I killed them, and they are now my dear companions. Something like that.
He signed the statement under the name Cyclops, hence the name the Cyclops Killer.
The Cyclops is a mythological race of one-eyed giants. According to Greek myth, they are the children of Uranus, god of the sky, and Gaia, goddess of earth. Cyclops were known for their outstanding strength and smithing ability.
So the letter to the press wasn't a fake? It was the real killer?
Yes, it had to be.
A picture of one of the victims right after she was killed was sent along with the letter.
Were they ever found?
No, in 6 years we never got a single trace.
So maybe Cyclops is responsible for these murders as well.
No, that's impossible.
Why?
For one, the original Cyclops killer only killed women. Renju doesn't fit that profile. Second, all of the victims had their right eyes removed.
This time it's the
But
left.
Shoko and Renju,
We're missing their left eye.
The timing of the eye removal is also inconsistent. The original Cyclops killer removed the eyes after the victims were killed. But Shoko and Renju were both still alive.
But even so, you can't say for sure this isn't our guy. Maybe they're just doing things a little differently now. Or do you have another reason?
I'm sorry, Date, I can't say anymore.
Bullshit, you can't.
It's a national secret.
What?
How can it be a national secret?
Date, please, forget about it. I told you already, you don't need to know anything about that case to investigate this one.
Fucking got me.
The criminal for this case and the case 6 years ago are not the same.
Iva, bring up all investigation records of the original Cyclops serial killings.
I already had a look through the database while you were talking. Unfortunately, I found no relevant information. I also did not discover anything of note on the internet. Only amateur theories, all lacking credibility and evidence.
Can't believe you fucking got me with that one. The one that's never supposed to get me.
Damn it.
She looks tired like me. Chiz, why do you do this to me? Why are you like this? You can thank Molasses for that one. You gonna say anything, Chiz? You gonna keep me guessing as to what you're gonna put it on? You gonna go for one of the scary games? Gonna go for one of the RPGs? Gonna go for one of the 6 new Game War games? Or you gonna go for Zooter or Wind Waker? Oh, I'm trying to get my back to pop. It's not working. Ah, yeah. You know we've hit like prime meme status when we use a Vine. So I just want to share a thought that I have right now about the game, and that's that I'm missing an eye. They don't want to tell me something. Why are you here anyway?
Am I not allowed to be here?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
I was here first. I was just talking to the boss about Renju's murder.
Any thoughts?
Renju had his left eyeball removed.
Right. Shoko too.
So perhaps, Mr. Date, you are the killer.
Haha.
You're missing your left eye, so you steal them from others. I'm kidding.
You don't
Only a
have
joke.
what it takes to kill me. Betrayed.
Come on, Peter. You don't have what it takes to kill me. Oh my god.
I'm too tired for your jokes right now, Peter.
Actually, you lost your eyes 6 years ago.
Thanks for
correct?
that.
Yes, but I don't remember anything from back then. I lost my eye and my memories.
I was transplanted into your empty eye socket a year later. We have been together for more than 5 years.
You seem troubled.
2 murders, one right after the other. How could I not be?
That's fair. Looks surprisingly serious. Anything else for me?
That's all we have for now.
All right.
Special Agent Date, we need you to continue your work.
Right. I think I'll head back to where Renju was found. Sunfish Pocket.
Date, you're exhausted. Why don't you get some sleep before you continue your investigation?
I'm fine. Let's go, Iba.
Understood.
Damn. Away we go.
Does number 2 work for?
Is it all for Zooter? Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me.
Date, the vehicle is accelerating 2% slower than usual. Did you put anything in the trunk?
No?
What about the back seat?
Back seat. Mizuki!
Wham, wham. How did you not notice?
Watch out! Eyes forward, stupid.
And then now she just comes up and sits in the passenger seat. How did you even get in here?
It wasn't locked. I just opened the door. I've been here for like 10 minutes. Why don't your doors have auto locks? I know you like old cars, but you gotta lock the doors.
You should be a little more apologetic for someone who just got caught breaking into my car.
Mizuki does raise a valid point. If you are not more serious about security, you should consider replacing the car altogether.
You too?
Good. I'm glad, Ches. And also, dude, make me some pork chops, please. How you doing?
Well, I can still talk this time. Maybe I'm just getting used to it.
Mizuki's psychological wounds have been healed by the sink.
Nice weather we're having.
If you have nothing to talk about, you don't have to say anything.
Fair enough.
You're an adult. Shouldn't you know that already? If you start talking about the weather, it means you have nothing to say.
Damn. Brat.
So, what are you doing here?
I ditched the hospital.
I can see that.
They're probably freaking out over there right now.
No doubt.
I'm taking you back.
No, don't! Nothing will change if I stay at the hospital all day. You're going to investigate, right? Take me with you. I can help.
How is a little runt like you gonna be any help?
I'm Renju's daughter. Maybe I'll notice something you don't. Something only his daughter would know.
I don't know.
My daddy was killed. I can't just stay at the hospital.
No, because I wouldn't check the mail first. Somebody else will get a face full of rotten pork chops before me, so it'd just be funny.
Fine. Don't say I never did anything for you.
You're going to take me along?
Just promise not to interfere with the investigation.
Got it.
Do you want to catch a suspect?
No, it's more like I don't like sitting still and moping all day.
Mood.
I've grown out of my brooding, pretentious teenager phase.
Mood. A lot of people I know haven't.
Odd thing for a preteen to say.
Are you not aware of Mizuki's mental prowess? She is far more developed than her classmates. She
Don't
has
say it
been
like that.
reading psychology papers by Alfred Adler.
Sounds pretentious to me.
So,
You were talking to yourself again. I heard you. It's creepy. You should cut that out.
I was talking to Iba out loud before I noticed that she was in the car. That must be what she's referring to.
Mizuki is still unaware I exist?
Yeah, I know there's no reason to hide it, since she already knows about Abyss. It's just, Hard to explain. I won't say anything yet.
Understood. But I am ready to be introduced at any time. Just let me know when the time is right.
It's not a proposal. No need to be so formal.
You said that out loud.
Shit, I said that out loud.
Date, I think you should go to the hospital.
Hey, about Renju. Do you have anything to tell me? Anything at all that might help?
Well, it's not about Daddy, but I heard from Daddy that Mom had a secret.
Shoko had a secret?
Did you know that Mom was the representative of an investment company?
Yeah, I did.
That whole company was a big scam.
A scam?
Well, I don't know the details. They start up a company to get people to invest in it, then shut it down on purpose and keep the money. She got really rich like that.
Shoko did this?
Damn.
Yep.
By herself?
No, dummy. Of course it was with other people. I saw gangsters there sometimes. If she ever got into trouble, she had them take care of it.
That's
I'm scanning all known crime databases, but I cannot find any reports referencing this. They must have been extraordinarily careful.
Anyway, glad you're okay.
I'm not okay.
So, you want to go back to the hospital? I'd be more than happy to drop you off.
That's not what I meant. Why are you always so pushy, Date?
I'm not pushy, I'm just worried.
You've got a weird way of showing it. Doesn't look like you're worried. You're just weird.
You've always got something smart to say, huh? You're just like Renju.
Date.
Oof.
What about Daddy?
Nothing.
You have no tact, do you? This is why you're single and always will be.
Oof.
That's where you're wrong, kiddo. I look like a single father when you're around. Chicks love it.
Yeah, chicks love to see creepy old men hanging out with a sixth grader.
Got him.
Hey, what are you implying?
Ooh, did I make you mad? Now I'm stuck in a car with an angry old creepy pervert.
I am not an old, creepy pervert. And even if you were my age, you're not my type.
Ew, I don't want to know about your type.
Hey, you started it.
Stupid old man.
Punk-ass kid.
Amazing. Amazing. She's a little shithead, but she's great. All right. Mizuki and I walked back into Sunfish Pocket.
Oh, Detective Date. Good to see you, sir.
Sup?
This is...
Have you looked through the case file yet?
Oh, I am so sorry. She's the victim's...
Yes. Please, let us through.
Damn. What's your name?
What?
I was asking for your name.
My name is Kagami.
Oh. You getting enough rest?
No, not these past few days.
I thought so. Once this is over, get some rest, all right?
You too, Detective Date.
Cool. Leads?
No, we didn't find anything today. It's Kagami! Kagami? I told you, it's Kagami! I told you my name like 5 times!
I, of course, remembered his name. His name is engraved in my mind. His name is...
Hey, you. What's your name?
Seriously? It's Kagami. Stop bugging him, it's rude.
Excuse you? My best friend, Kagami and I are having a conversation.
Yeah, don't spoil our fun.
What?
Oh god. That's good. Renju's corpse was hung up by 3 wires. Wires were tied to 3
Each
kegs.
keg has a capacity of 20 liters. All 3 kegs were filled in approximately 55 pounds each.
Okay. Evidence marker. Yeah, I know what an evidence marker is. Thanks. Notice anything strange?
You were telling me earlier that you could spot things only a daughter would know.
I know what I said. I'll tell you if I notice anything.
Do you remember what you saw last night?
How could I forget?
Fair.
I'll never be able to get that image out of my head. Not until the day I die.
Yikes. You can leave if you need to.
I thought I already told you. Sitting around rotting away in that hospital would be worse.
Still.
I know what you're trying to say. For a little girl to find her dad like that and then want to go back to the scene? I think it's totally weird, right?
In fairness, it is also weird for an adult policeman to acquiesce such a request from a child.
But this is what I wanted. I didn't want to run away from it. I wanted to confront it. I didn't want to be weak.
Anything?
Did you hear me? I said I'll tell you if I see anything.
Okay, fine. Hey, Imperium. It's murder mystery stuff. How about now?
Jeez, you're pushy. Pushy men are seen as desperate. This is why no one likes you.
This is why mom doesn't fucking love you.
Besides, Date? Never mind. Just do your investigation or whatever.
What was she gonna say?
Now is not the time to worry about such things.
It's got like a trident
Is that
here.
a spear?
It's a
It
trident.
more closely resembles a harpoon of sorts.
It's a trident.
I believe this is a trident.
There you go.
Any chance this was used in the murder?
No, there are no traces of blood on the trident, and no indication that Renju was stabbed.
Doorway to the kitchen. Can I go into the kitchen? Nothing looks suspicious.
Iba, did you get anything from the surveillance camera?
Unfortunately, no. All of the recordings from local surveillance equipment have been erased.
Of course.
What about backups?
There are none. Nothing was uploaded to the cloud either.
Damn, that's unlucky. So there's no footage. Status?
Nothing special.
There are pictures of girls on display, probably the ones that are
What are
working
you
here.
staring at, creeper?
I agree.
Pictures of maids on display. Register near the doorway. You should check that and see if there's money in it. Just not to like steal it, but to just solidify that, you know, it wasn't a theft gone wrong. I mean, we know it's not, but it's good to have that on paper. Nothing in there. 55 when filled with water. We know that, and that would be enough to keep the body from falling.
The corpse was strung up near this counter.
The autopsy report indicates that the contents of the victim's intestines were excreted upon death. But no traces of that have been found in the area nor on the corpse itself. This evidence makes it highly likely that Renju was killed somewhere else. It must have been considerably difficult to carry more than 150 pounds.
What do you mean?
Renju weighed approximately 158 pounds. I can estimate a person's weight by analyzing their bone structure, muscle, and fat.
Iba, can you recall the time we discovered the corpse?
Of course. The autopsy report discovered the presence of benzodiazepine.
Oh.
It is a common sedative. The dosage found in the victim's bloodstream was extremely high. It can be assumed that Renju's cognitive functions were heavily impaired before his death.
Left eye's been pulled out.
This bears similarity to Shoko's. The left eyeball was removed while the victim was still alive.
Look at that. There are deep impressions left on his neck.
Correct. The face shows clear signs of congestion, along with petechia around the face and throat. Both are clear evidence of asphyxiation.
Any indication of the murder weapon?
Most likely a twisted piece of cloth. The culprit approached Renju from behind and wrapped the cloth around his neck, choking him in an attempt to suffocate him. The specific cause of death is cerebral circulation failure due to vessel closure in the neck. Put more simply, the suspect strangled Renju to death from behind.
But if you had him drugged up with sedatives...
We have an estimated TOD.
Yesterday, around 8 p.m.
So Renju was murdered about 2 hours before Mizuki and I found the body.
The time of discovery was 10:20 p.m. You of course already know this, but you and Mizuki were the first to discover Renju's corpse. The body was hanged from the ceiling, similar to how a fish would be. A thick hook was embedded in the upper jaw, and the wires connecting to the hook were strung up on one of the ceiling beams. There was also a hook on the other end of each wire. The 3 beer kegs were attached to these hooks. We have found no fingerprints.
Damn. So there were sedatives. He was barely conscious before he was killed. Right eye still there. Approximate time of death was yesterday at 8 p.m. He was strangled by a cloth or something similar from behind. Corpse was found hanging from the ceiling beam over the counter. They both had their left eye taken away before they were killed. All right. Weighed about 160 pounds. He was definitely murdered somewhere else and then carried here. Just looking at the spot where we found Renju.
Are you doing okay?
Oh, sorry. Just staring.
If you're having a hard time, you can tell me.
I'm fine. It's not like the body is lying here.
Are you really okay?
Yeah, I am. Don't you have an investigation to do? Or are you stalling?
Oof. Shaq's tough, but deep inside... It's a light that looks like a jellyfish. Probably not a clue. A big anchor. Stores
Dragon's Palace pasta. 1,800 yen. 1,800?
Isn't that pretty average?
This is average?
A table. No clues. This oil drum must be some kind of interior decor.
The capacity of this oil drum is 200 liters. It weighs approximately 44 pounds when empty.
Let me check inside.
The fuck is that?
What?
There's something inside.
I stepped up to the drum.
This is the oil drum.
This is the kind of oil drum that has a lid, right?
Correct.
Let's open it.
A watch.
This is... This is the wristwatch Renju always wore. No doubt about it. But how did this get here?
Damn, I was thinking maybe there'd be something in the other one. I wonder why they'd use these beer kegs instead of these drums. Trident. Did that get there? Can I investigate that watch? Or did you just put it away and we're not going to talk about it? This club is located on the 2nd floor of the building. We use the elevator to get here.
Iva, can you check the operation records in this elevator?
Searching. Found it. The elevator records are sent automatically to building management. According to the record from yesterday, from 6:30 p.m. until the body was found, this elevator stopped on the 2nd floor only once, at 8:55 p.m. The weight of the car's cargo was approximately 310 pounds.
Okay.
I think we've checked everything we need to.
That's actually some pretty good information. It doesn't give us a whole lot, but it can roughly give us the, maybe the weight of the killer. Interesting. Hey, Braun. This is basically a mindfucky murder mystery type game.
We should compile our evidence and inferences.
Mizuki, you ready to leave?
What? But we aren't done investigating.
What do you mean?
There are still people I want to talk to.
Any places you can think of that I don't know about?
Well, there is one place. Have you heard of Golden Yokocho in the entertainment district? Daddy used to go to a place called Marble a lot. Maybe they know something about him.
Maybe. Did you want to talk to Iris?
Yeah. Daddy owned Lemniscate and Iris works for them. She used to work here too.
So she might know something.
Oh.
I'll call her.
I suppose that makes sense. Mizuki tried calling Iris, but there was no answer.
Have any idea where she might be?
I don't know. Iris is into a lot of things.
What about Ota?
Yeah. Oda is in here all the time. He might know something. I'll call him.
Ota's phone is broken. He dropped it in a puddle.
Sounds like Ota. He's so clumsy.
We'd have to talk to him in person.
He's probably at Lemniscate or Matsushita Diner.
Alright, we can go.
Lemniscate, Matsushita Diner, and Marble. Let's head out.
Okay.
Looks like we got a lot of stuff to investigate. Let's go. We'll start at the top. We'll go to the diner, sure.
Hello, welcome. You're Mizuki, right? Ota's friend?
Yep.
And you...
Oh, I suppose I should introduce myself more formally.
At least something a little more than flashing your badge.
My name is Kaname Date.
Mr. Date, what can I help you with?
Hey, you're looking gorgeous today.
Oh, stop, you charmer. But you're not getting a discount out of me.
I knew you were a pedo, Date, but I didn't think you were a cougar hunter, too.
I am neither of those things.
Where's your husband?
I completely forgot. I wonder where he got off to. But he'll come back soon. He always does. Runs off, then comes back.
I'm beginning to have doubts about the management of this establishment.
I as well.
Any recommendations?
Oh, everything here is delicious.
Uh-huh.
But my personal favorite is our omelet rice.
Oof.
Did you want to eat here?
No, I don't have much of an appetite.
Now I'm really hungry.
How's your stomach?
Same. I don't think I can eat right now.
Fun little fact for you, Jawsball. The way Twitch's notifications work is they will not send a notification for the second time I go live in a 4-hour period. So you will never get a notification past the first one unless you get very lucky and you get a third one. But you should never get a notification for the middle one. That's why we do ping announcements in Discord, because Twitch's doesn't notify people. So yeah, FYI for you. All right, where's Ota?
He went out early this morning. I don't know where.
I see.
I took my card out of my pocket and handed it to her.
Sorry to be a bother, but when Ota comes back, can you tell him to contact me?
Oh, well, sure.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay, got it.
Date, let's go somewhere else.
Yeah, let's go.
Dude, Omoraisu would be so good right now. Okay, let's go to Limniscate. Bye, Snake. New.
Oh, what? Hey there, handsome.
Boobs.
Excuse me?
I cannot even right now.
I hate her.
Hold on, give me just one sec. Mizuki, do you know this guy?
Yeah?
Can you introduce me, please?
She is surprisingly unprofessional for a receptionist.
Like, oh my god.
Come on, it's just not so bad.
She's horrible. She just has breasts. You're distracted.
Could you contain yourself for 5 minutes, Date?
No. It's too low. Things have been pretty serious around here lately.
Yeah, totally.
Like, oh my god.
You never think about, like, my boss getting murdered, you know?
I know.
Like, what are even the chances?
Right?
That's like the odds of hitting the lotto. But it was kind of lucky in a weird way.
Corn.
Some of my old friends hit me up asking about it, you know. Feels like we're old alumni or something.
Like, oh my god, I know.
She certainly found the bright side of this situation.
There's a receptionist sitting behind the desk. No, I'm not doing this again. No. What's gonna happen to the office?
Oh, haven't heard anything about that yet. The VP might take over, we might get absorbed by another office. Just when I got a job, too. Man, what am I gonna do if this place closes up? So, anyway, tell me, Date, what kind of girls do you like?
Smart ones, so not you.
Because I'm the committed type, you know? Would you consider me a candidate?
Well, we could go out sometime.
Wow, dude.
You disgust me.
Oh, my apologies. Never mind.
You seen Iris?
Iris? You mean Aset? She's recording a podcast in the underground studio.
Oh, that's why she didn't pick up the phone.
If you need her right away, I can try contacting her.
No, it's fine. This can wait until she's done.
For sure.
No.
What?
For sure? As in, I got you?
I don't believe I've ever heard that sequence of sounds spoken out loud before.
Ota? Nah, haven't seen him today. How is he?
The receptionist knows Ota too?
Ota happens to be the kind of otaku who actually has social skills.
Those are the ones you have to watch out for.
Huh?
Nothing. Anyway, could you give me a call if Ota shows up?
I know where Ota is. He's hiding in her boobs.
I have my number here.
I took out my business card and handed it to the...
Yeah, I got his number. I got his number.
You have no brains, do you?
Let us pray that the privilege will not be abused.
Just... Wow. Huge breasts. Yep. Mm-hmm. Do you know her?
I mean, yeah, but...
Yeah, of course we know each other. We're like best friends.
Totally.
We hang out, we party.
we do not party.
Hey, hey.
Who hired this woman?
The most likely scenario is that the final decision was made by the head of the company.
Renju. Mizuki, let's go. Staying here would be a waste.
Yeah. Where should we go next?
I don't know. Where you want to go? There's a receptionist with huge breasts sitting. There's a receptionist with huge breasts. Huge breasts. Breasts. There are huge breasts sitting behind the desk. No, it's exactly the same as before. Next!
Is this it?
Yeah,
You know about this place?
yeah. This is where I met Renju for the first time.
Interesting. Didn't think this was your kind of spot.
This place is special. You can find all sorts of shady characters here. It's the best place for gathering information about a case. So that's why.
That is only a partial truth.
Shut up.
Huh?
Let's head inside.
Where is everyone?
It's been like this for a while. Not many people come here anymore. Mama should be here soon, though.
Okay.
In other news, at 6:10 p.m. yesterday, on the outer circle of the Capital City Highway in Minato District, Tokyo, a traffic collision occurred involving 5 cars and at least 1 truck. MPD has arrested the driver of the truck suspected to be the cause of the accident for negligence. The investigation is ongoing.
The bar counter. Yep, that it is. You tired?
No. And what do you mean by that?
Nothing. Just let me know when you're tired. You can go home anytime you want.
You aren't really worried about me, you just think I'm annoying, right? Don't beat around the bush, just say it. But you know what? It wouldn't matter anyway because I'm not going home. Hey Date, what did you and Daddy used to talk about when you were here?
I don't remember a lot of it. I was usually drinking pretty hard.
Don't worry, I have everything recorded.
Of course you do.
In fact, the conversation about you taking care of Mizuki took place here, at Marble.
Really?
The topic was brought up several times afterward, but the first time was here. 4 years ago, after drinking enough liquid courage, Renju asked you to take care of Mizuki. At the time, Renju was recently divorced, buried in work at Lemnisgate, and mentally unstable. It was a display of excellent judgment. It was a good thing that he managed to swallow his pride.
You think so? Sometimes, I don't think it was the right move.
You should have more confidence. I guarantee you that it was the best decision.
Let's hope so.
Damn. Been a long time since we did this.
Did what?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Sat at a table together like this.
Oh.
We haven't eaten dinner together in a while. After I finish working on this case, we should do it again.
Why? Because of what happened to my mom and daddy? I don't need that.
Date, this is where you need to take a stronger role as her guardian. Data suggests that children who eat alone are prone to mental imbalances and poor physical condition.
Explains a lot.
The meals you prepare do have sufficient nutritional content. However, you need to make sure that Mizuki is eating all of it. Otherwise, your effort is wasted.
1 meal. Come on.
I told you I don't want to.
Why not?
Because... I don't like how you hold chopsticks. It makes me sick.
Really now. People have always told me that I have good technique. Some even say it's beautiful.
It's disgusting. Too clean. Besides, there's no point in eating together.
Why is that?
Because you don't talk when you're eating. I don't like sitting in silence.
Well, we don't have to be quiet.
It's fine. I don't like hearing you talk either.
Oh,
I
damn.
believe she has entered her teenage rebellion phase a year early.
This is gonna be rough.
Having fun at school?
It's okay.
Is it?
Yup.
Do you have a lot of friends?
Yeah. But I don't really like my elementary school friends. They're too immature. I have more fun with Iris and Ota.
I don't know if they're too immature. You're just very mature for your age.
You think so? The kids at school are so stupid. They gossip about who had their first kiss for days. I don't see why that's anyone's business.
These grade schoolers move fast.
Nah, not really. It's pretty normal nowadays.
You haven't kissed anyone yet, have you?
No, I'm not interested in that.
Oh, thank God.
Date, honey. Long time no see.
Hey, Mama, how have you been?
Oh, tired and sore, but not in a fun way.
Watch the innuendo in front of the kid.
Oh, who is this?
Renju's daughter.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Oh, it must have been hard. I saw on the news.
It's okay. Really.
Oh, it must have been so hard. Stupid Ren. What was he thinking, leaving his little girl like this? Oh.
Hey, Mama. I wanted to ask you some questions about Renju.
Oh. I guess crying isn't gonna solve the thing, is it?
Bird. No. No.
Go ahead. Ask away. I'll help any way I can.
How's business?
Not bad.
Hey, that's good. I want you to keep this place open as long as you can. It makes me feel sad and old when a place I used to visit closes down.
Well, then you should visit more often. I could hook you up in more ways than one.
Oh! Oh, that was good. That was good.
Just the one way is fine, thanks.
What you putting it on, Sharp? Was Renju a regular here?
I haven't seen him for a while. I thought I was going to shrivel up and die of boredom without you boys around.
Shrivel up? You look like a purple water balloon.
That's right. Care to give me a poke?
Damn!
I'll pass, thanks. Have you heard any rumors about Renju? Anything about grudges, disputes?
Is it okay to talk in front of Mizuki?
Yes, I want to be here.
Trust me, you couldn't drag her away.
If you say so. Apparently, Ren had some connections with the Kumakura gang.
I should have known you were gonna do that, Bird.
Gang?
Yeah, real rough customers. This is their turf.
So Daddy was involved with gangsters.
Sure you don't want to go Outlast, Bird?
Mizuki, that company Shoko was running, were they also tied to the Kumakuras?
I don't know.
Dried bonito fish. Part of her daily routine. Come to think of it, I have no idea why. I think I'll ask her one day when the time's right. Okay. Are you scared of Mama?
Not really.
Oh, don't worry, honey. I don't bite.
Hard?
I'm only aggressive when it comes to men 20 through 65.
Yep, okay.
That's a pretty wide range.
Gotta widen my net for a catch like you, Date, honey.
I think I'll ignore that one.
I think I'll ignore it as well.
I heard that shady characters hang out here. So who are you and how do you fit in?
No one special. I'm just a facilitator.
A facilitator?
People who come in here tend to have very specific interests. I help accommodate.
Oh, okay.
Mama's like, an informant.
That's right. And I won't charge you this time. Just promise to get the bastards who did this to Ren for me.
Varinja.
I promise.
You remember anything else?
Well, there was the watch incident.
Ooh, tell me more.
I'm sure you remember that one.
Watch incident?
You don't remember? Your drunk ass spilled your beer on Ren's watch. Ren was furious, yelling about how this watch is more important than my life, or whatever. He blew up on you. That was the only time I've ever seen Ren that mad. That's why I remember it so well.
Was it this watch?
I pulled out the watch I had. It was the one I found in the oil drum.
Yeah, that's it. Why do you have it? Was it at the scene? Ren was given that watch by his lover. It was an anniversary gift, I think.
Lover?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot Mizuki was here.
Uh-oh.
No, it's fine.
But of course, it wasn't an affair. This was all after he was divorced.
Daddy had a new lover. The bathroom?
Yeah. This place is small. The bathrooms are outside.
Take care.
I gave her a nod and a wave and bye.
Iba, get boss on the line.
Got it.
What's up?
Mizuki is at a bar called Marble down in Golden Yokocho. Send someone over to pick her up.
She's not at the hospital?
Yeah, she snuck out. I took her along while I was doing some work, but I can't take her any further.
Understood. I'll send someone.
Counting on you, boss.
Are you going to leave Mizuki here?
Yes. I can't take her into a Yakuza den.
Ooh, that's a fair point. Okay, this makes me a little nervous.
Who's this asshole?
You made a big mistake coming here. Go home.
All right. Bye then.
Hey, Date!
What? Ugh, I hate dealing with these chumps.
Didn't you hear me?
Do you want to die, old man?
You bastard!
Damn.
Sorry for the late introduction. I'm with the MPD.
A cop, huh? So, you want to explain what the fuck a cop is doing in my office?
I think we should exchange names before exchanging expletives.
Name's MoMA, the Warhorse. Don't give a fuck what your name is.
All right, MoMA. I have a few things I want to ask you. What do you know about the new Cyclops serial killings? Shoko Nadami and Renju Okiura had their left eye pulled out and were murdered. And I think you know something about it.
Saw it on the news, but we had nothing to do with it. Even if we did, we wouldn't spill to no cops.
What does a guy like the chairman need this for? He probably just uses it for porn.
Not every man in the world is like you, Date.
Can you hack it? No? Alright. Neat dragon.
A bronze dragon holding a golden ball.
Golden ball, huh?
Pretty neat. Where's the chairman?
What?
Chairman is right in front of you.
What?
I run the Kumakura gang. I'm Moma Kumakura.
That can't be right. The chairman of the Kumakuras is Rohan. You aren't the chairman.
Yo, asshole! You need a lesson in manners?
Date, wait. I did some research and discovered that Rohan Kumakura died last year.
Oh.
He leapt to his death from the roof of a building.
Damn!
Suicide?
But Moma did not take over last year. Moma took over 6 years ago.
Ooh.
6 years ago.
So about Shoko.
Don't know nothing about her. I know her face and her name. It was on the news. Nothing else.
Shoko was part of an investment fraud scheme, and I have it on good authority that a certain Yakuza gang was helping her.
Wouldn't know nothing about that, cop. I told you, I got nothing to say. You deaf or something?
Date, a minute please.
What is it?
Do you see the sofa in the reception area? There is an ashtray on top of the coffee table.
What about it?
It is peculiar. Thermal imaging reveals that they are both warm.
The sofa and ashtray.
Can I hack his phone? Damn it. Door to the next room. Interesting crest. Dude, I can't help it. Hackers, man. Yeah. Ooh. One of the cigarette butts. The tip is reddish.
Can you turn off the thermal vision?
Sure.
Klein.
The cigarette brand is Klein.
Why is that relevant?
Small details will come in useful later. Trust me.
Nice knife. The kind that knifes nicely at night. It just might. Right. How you doing, buddy?
There would be no point in talking to him in that state.
Oh, I fucked him up pretty hard then. How about you? You wanna talk?
I got nothing to say to you.
The fat one. He's holding his stomach in pain. Anything else in the thermal? It's very bright. Anything on the whiteboard? Beatboxing for beginners. Nice. Company motto: if you accidentally enter a bar instead of a restaurant, don't feel obligated to order a drink. Even if the bartender gives you that order a damn drink look. That's quite the motto. Permit. Lots of permits and shit. We can deal with him later. I should be focused on something else. Yeah, I know. Just trying to. Okay.
Part of the cushion is still red.
Just as I thought.
Someone else was just here.
What are you talking about? You're the first guest today, although you are an uninvited guest.
Don't lie now. Someone was sitting on the sofa and smoking very recently.
How do you know that?
I just do.
Oh, right. I remember now. Just a bit ago, one of our guys was on the sofa.
Uh-huh.
Are you talking about these guys right here?
Yeah.
Not possible. When I came in...
You made a big mistake coming here. Go home.
Who's this asshole?
Neither of them was on the sofa, and neither of them was smoking.
They left.
Who left?
An insurance salesman. Right before you came in.
I don't think so. I didn't pass by anyone on my way here. And I happen to know this office only has one entrance and one exit. Which means, whoever it is, they're still in this office somewhere. Let me check the back.
Why you want to do that?
Just wanted to say hello to our guest.
I'm telling you, you're the only one here.
Oh, then you won't mind.
Oh, then you won't mind me checking.
Just get out of here, cop.
There must be someone they don't want us to see. Somewhere behind that wall.
Just as I thought.
This must be whoever was sitting on the sofa and smoking earlier.
My revolver can shoot right through this wall. I should shoot him.
Wait! Is he not getting enough?
What?
Never mind. The person behind the wall is unarmed. I cannot approve the use of a revolver in this situation.
Damn it.
Date, a porno mag at your feet.
What?
Oh shit.
Hey, did you just shoot at me?
What the fuck?
Hey, whoa, wait a minute.
Date, load a revolver with explosive rounds. Aim for the dragon's gold ball on the right.
The what? Oh, that. Why?
Just do it!
Oh, control. It's an odd button choice. Wow.
Iba, you saved me.
Everything happened as I simulated it.
So, where's this porno mag?
You idiot. There is no adult magazine. However, I know that your reaction time is up to 3.6 times faster when you are excited. I simply took advantage of that behavior.
What the hell?
That's amazing.
You're a grown man. Aren't you too old to be playing with toys?
Shit.
Hey, coward. I see you. Show your face. I know you. That's...
Sejima, so, Congressman.
Oh.
What is this guy doing here?
What you doing here?
I've had a relationship with the Kumakuras since back when Rohan was running things. I had business nearby, so I stopped here for a visit. Whatever conspiracy theory you're imagining in your head, you can forget it. This is strictly business.
Strictly business? A congressman meeting with Yakuza? How are you gonna spin that?
It's true. I imagine my public image will be dragged through the mud. But we haven't done anything illegal. If you want to accuse me of such wrongdoing, then by all means. I just happen to think such gossip is better suited for tabloids.
You have an alibi for yesterday and the day before?
I went to work, then went home.
It's a good alibi.
So, you have no alibi?
No, I always have my bodyguards near me. If you want to, you can ask them.
Bodyguard testimony can be unreliable. There is a possibility that they would lie to protect Mr. Sajima.
I agree. We can't trust that.
The president of Lemniscate? We aren't friends, but I did meet him a few times through work.
What work were you doing to meet up with the head of an entertainment company?
It was just some party hosted by some company or other. It's not unusual. Events with those uptight stuffed shirts can be rather dull. So they have some young women from an entertainment office attend. Anyway, we only saw each other a few times. I don't even remember what we spoke about.
I see him so often on TV, it feels like I've met him before. Standing here looking rather irritated. Do you have an alibi?
Us Kumakuras are a branch of the Ujisaki family. The Ujisaki family runs a yearly golf tournament. Mandatory attendance. We were all at the tournament those days. We only got back this morning. You can ask the hotel. They'll tell you.
Date, I did some research. The hotel's record of guests does list the Kumakura members. They were also seen on several surveillance cameras. It is not possible that any of the Kumakuras could have killed Shoko, including Moma.
Okay. What about Rohan?
I heard that the former head of the Kumakuras committed suicide last year.
Yeah, what's it to you?
Nothing at all. I just want to talk about it.
Rohan was my older brother. He was my big brother in this organization, and my blood brother. 6 years ago, he got sick in the head. He got sent to a special hospital. And naturally, because I'm his brother and next in line, I was the successor. That's all I'm gonna say. You want to know more? Hire a private eye.
Damn. About Shoko.
Well, I guess there's no point hiding it now. I lied earlier, when I said I didn't know her.
I thought so. You and the Kumakuras were a part of the fraud scheme Shoko was organizing.
Yep. Whenever any wise-ass investors gave her trouble, we handled it.
Exactly as I suspected. Shoko was affiliated with the Kumakuras.
Interesting. What about Renju?
I've been looking after that guy since high school. It was the usual stuff. I had him help me with a lot of work. Now, it's kind of the opposite, you know? We're getting work from him. Well, we were. Now that he's dead, though.
What work did he have you do?
The usual. If Talon at his office was causing trouble or something.
You ever get into any disputes with Renju doing this work?
No way. He paid good money. I've never even gotten into an argument with the guy.
Give me a glare. I don't like it.
The victim prior to Renju?
Yep, that'd be the one. Ow.
I believe Moma introduced me to her.
Introduced?
We were just having drinks. Shoko stopped by to say hello.
Right. We didn't talk about anything.
You're trying to give me the runaround.
Indeed. Date, I have determined that these individuals have nothing further to add. Even if they are involved, they will not volunteer any more information. We need solid evidence to move forward with the investigation.
Which we do not have.
You're right.
Oh, maybe we're about to get some, though.
Date, a call from Lemniscate.
Connected.
Date?
Oh no.
It's me.
Oh no.
You remember, like, how you said to call you if Ote came? Well, he's here now, so I guess I'm calling you.
Got it. I'm on my way.
Where you going?
It's none of your concern. Moma, Congressman Tsujima, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'll come back soon. We'll swap drinking stories.
You serious?
Let's go, Iva.
Roger.
Gatling gun. God. All right, let's go to Lemniscate, I guess.
This is all really suspicious.
What is?
Congressman Tsujima and the Kumakuras. There's definitely something going on there.
I agree, but I am not sure it is linked to the new Cyclops serial killings. We need to do further investigation.
Whoa. Roar like a lion.
Ah! Impossible. How did a jellyfish get in here? So shiny, too.
You utter idiot. It's me.
Renju?
Do I look like Renju?
Mizuki?
It's me.
Boss?
Date, seriously.
Boss! You killed a child.
Then, are you Mom?
You must have increased your dosage too much.
My dosage? Anyway, you're Iba, right? Why are you here? Looking like that?
I just thought I would protect myself. You seem lonely.
How are you doing this?
I am overlaying the image your left eye processes with augmented reality. You can't see me through your right eye, only your left.
You can't just pop into my eyeball without permission.
You do realize I do that all the time, right?
About your appearance.
Come to think of it, you look kind of like you do when you're in Somnium. What's that about?
What do you mean?
Well, you don't usually look like that. You have a Somnium form and another form.
Oh, this?
Yes, that. Why are you doing this now?
I was bored last night, so
Huh?
I thought you would like it.
Why would I like it?
Well, I did attempt to shape myself to your preference.
If you could do that, change it.
I will not.
Why not?
Because I won't. I fear you would eventually grow tired of the other form as well. I just wanted to change my look a little. Think of it as a haircut.
Pretty drastic haircut.
Neat. So, how is So related to the Kumakuras?
I looked into that.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I did not find anything in our database that could connect the two.
I see.
However, I did discover some rumors on the internet. Most of them come across as gossip or conspiracy theories. But would you like to hear them regardless?
Please.
Mr. Tsujima currently resides in Azabu. He lives in a mansion, a restored samurai castle.
That's dope.
But 20 years ago, So Tsujima lived elsewhere, in the Kawasaki district to be exact. He lived there until he was 40 years old. The Tsujima family owned a vast amount of real estate in the district. Adjusting for inflation, the land was valued above 30 billion yen.
Damn.
The Tsujima family sold off its holdings. 6 months later, the incident occurred.
The explosion at the chemical plant.
This caused Kawasaki to become a restricted area. And of course, land prices fell drastically to less than 1/30th their original value.
Damn.
What are your thoughts?
The timing is certainly suspicious. To sell that amount of land just 6 months before it happened.
There is another interesting fact. After the accident, Sosajima purchased all of the land back for just 1 billion yen.
That's ridiculously suspicious.
So he's got 29 billion yen in his pocket and 1 billion yen of land.
Correct. Despite the horrific accident, the Sajima family is no worse off.
True. But I don't see the point of it. It's not like you got anything out of it.
That would be true, but there is more to this story. There is another important fact. After the land prices in the Kawasaki region crashed... we will have to continue this conversation later. I am receiving a call from headquarters.
Is this Special Agent Date from Abyss? My name is Akaska, from HQ. I'm investigating the Shoko Nadami case.
I recognize that voice.
There's something that you need to hear.
What is it?
We got a phone call earlier from a prisoner at Fuchu Prison.
A prisoner?
We saved the call. I think you should give it a listen. Who is this?
In here, I'm known as number 89.
What is this call concerning?
I know who killed Shoko Nadami. And if you let me out of here, I will tell you who it is. I suppose you might say I'm looking for a plea bargain.
Appropriate timing, I suppose.
He will kill again, you know. And he'll take their eye while they're still alive. There will be more bodies. If you want to stop this serial killer, I suggest you take my offer. I'll be seeing you.
This has to be a prank.
That's what I thought too. However, we got the call yesterday afternoon, before Renju was killed. In other words...
You're saying he predicted the second crime?
Yeah, I think he did. That's why I thought I should contact you.
Good idea. Thanks, Detective.
Good luck.
Do you think there's anything to this?
I think we should check.
I don't know.
Oh, Date.
What's wrong? You look like you have a lot on your mind.
Yeah. I just found out online. The corpse at Bloom Park. That was Renju's ex-wife, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So that was Mizuki's mom.
And you left her there.
Mizuki saw her own mom. And I just left her.
Yep.
But I didn't know. I knew her as Shoko Nadami. Her last name is different. I didn't know that was Mizuki's mother. I want to apologize to her. I need to tell her that I'm sorry.
Ouch. Boobs. Thanks for the call.
No problem. After all, it means we get to see each other again.
Oh my god. Thirsty.
I'm glad.
You wanna get some food sometime?
Hey now, that's awfully aggressive. You're an alpha type, aren't you?
Rare?
I kinda like that.
Don't look at me with that judgment. Oh.
Oh, but there is one little thing you should know about me. I'm a reptilian.
What?
Is that going to be a problem?
What's a reptilian?
A reptilian humanoid alien. They are said to be shapeshifters that take on human form.
Yeah, that is definitely gonna be a problem.
Oh, too bad.
The girl with the big tits is sitting behind the counter. Yes, that's what I've decided to call her. Not to her face, of course.
Hey, girl with the big tits.
Oh no.
Excuse me?
Shit, I said it to her face.
I want to run away and never look back.
The girl with the big tits sitting behind the counter. Where's Iris?
She's recording a podcast right now.
Still?
Looking at her schedule. It should end soon.
You're cute.
You get asked out a lot, don't you? I don't know why you're sitting here behind a desk. You should be an idol.
Oh, thank you. But despite my looks, I am a bit too old to be an idol. I couldn't get into it now.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I turned 36 this year.
God damn!
You're kidding.
Anyway, where you been?
Nowhere. Just doing my normal routine.
I don't know your normal routine.
I went to a Dojin store to look at the new releases. Then I ate some ramen at Jiro's, and then headed over to the PC cafe to browse threads. You know, normal.
If that's normal, I haven't had a normal day in my life.
About Mizuki.
Mizuki didn't seem like she was angry with you.
What? You met Mizuki? Oh, at the interrogation.
That's right. He doesn't know I live with Mizuki. I have no reason to hide it, but it's sort of hard to explain. Yeah, I spoke to Mizuki at her, questioning earlier.
I think this kid's, what was it, 24?
You're sick, Date.
What?
Questioning? That sounds dirty. If I were writing a light novel, that's exactly how I would describe a sexy scene.
What kind of novels are you writing, kid?
I don't know anything. I've only seen Renju a couple of times.
I didn't think it was possible to be this bad at lying.
Though it is plainly obvious, I did a thermal check on Ota's body. This is his current body temperature.
That's what I thought. Have you forgotten, Ota? You're my thrall. You don't want me to tell Iris your secret, do you?
Huh?
Well, wait, it's no big deal. I just...
You better start talking.
Okay. Last night, I was walking over to Sunfish Pocket, and I saw Renju come out of the building.
Was he alone? Someone was with him. A man. No. A woman. Okay, look. I can tell you're trying to protect her, but you have to help me out here. Was it Iris?
No, it definitely for sure wasn't Tessa.
Got it. So Renju was with Iris.
Okay, fine. There's no point in hiding it, I guess. You're right. Renju came out of the building with Tessa. But Tessa has nothing to do with this. She wouldn't murder anyone. She wouldn't hurt a fly. She's an idol. Idols don't kill people.
You need to stop putting her on a pedestal.
Tessa is a savior to me. The Tessa I know wouldn't hurt anyone. The first time I met her, I had a bad case of writer's block, and I saw all this awful negativity online, and I lost sight of what I really wanted to write. It was the lowest point of my life.
He is talking like a professional, though he hasn't published anything.
Yeah.
Then, by pure chance, I I found a video of Tessa singing and dancing. And it made me realize something important. You don't have to care what people think, you know? If you do your best at what you believe in, your message will get through to people. That attitude is something all great creators need to have. After that, I became a huge A-Set fan and got over my writer's block. And I know I'm not the only one Tessa has inspired. A lot of otaku like me say that Tessa is their savior. She cheers them up when they're down. So there's no way Tessa can be involved in murder. Absolutely impossible.
I didn't say she was the murderer, dude.
But do you suspect her?
I need to hear her side of the story. If I do, I might find out she's totally innocent. If you truly believe that she didn't do it, you should tell me everything you know.
But...
do it for Iris.
Really? What time do they leave the building?
Around 6:15, I guess.
Where did they go?
I didn't see. They got into Renju's car and drove off.
What did you do?
I went inside Sunfish Pocket, but I saw a sign that said the entire club was reserved.
Oh.
I figured I would just go home.
What happened?
Oh, hi.
Date.
Iris, there's something I need to ask you. Come with me.
To police headquarters. Oh, okay.
Iris, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer honestly. However, you do not have to say anything that might incriminate you.
Miranda rights.
The right to remain silent?
Yep.
You're treating me like a criminal.
Not exactly. I'm just looking for the truth, and I would appreciate your cooperation.
You used to work at Sunfish Pocket, right?
I heard you used to work at Sunfish Pocket.
Okay.
That's right.
How long?
A little over a year.
Working there that long, you're probably pretty familiar with the equipment.
Yeah, I guess.
What about the surveillance camera? Do you know where those tapes were stored?
What are you trying to say?
Do you have an alibi?
What were you doing from 7 to 9 last night?
I was at home the whole time.
You're sure?
Yes.
Iba, thermograph.
There is no noticeable rise in Iris's body temperature.
She isn't lying.
Not necessarily. We must consider the possibility that she is a natural liar.
With that kind of confidence, her temperature wouldn't change.
Yep.
Correct.
Renju's estimated time of death was 8 p.m. last night. If Iris' story is true, she couldn't have done it.
There is another possibility. Even if Iris was at home, she could have killed Renju.
You mean... I'll ask again. You are sure you were at home around 8 p.m. yesterday?
Yes.
Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
You can, but there'd be no point.
Why is that?
My mom wasn't home. She came back home early this morning.
This morning?
Yeah.
Where was she?
I don't know.
You don't know. Come to think of it, Iris's mom had connections to Renju too.
Hitomi did mention that yesterday.
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High. We've known each other for 20 years now.
However, we have nothing to link her to the case.
But I am curious. What was Hitomi doing last night?
Is Oda's story true?
Here's what Ota told me. Yesterday around 6:15 p.m., you and Renju came out of the Sunfish Pocket building. Is that true?
Yes. Mr. Okiura called me and told me he wanted me to come to Sunfish Pocket, ASAP.
Around what time was that?
5 p.m., I think. I got ready, then headed over there. I guess I got there about an hour later.
Date, I checked her call history. At 4:58 p.m., there is a record of a call to Iris from Renju's phone.
What were you doing with Renju?
What were you doing with Renju?
He asked me about a job.
What kind of job?
He rented out Sunfish Pocket for a party and he wanted me to MC. He said that it was an important party and that a lot of big shots were gonna be there. But the girl he asked to do it originally got sick and couldn't come. But I turned him down.
Why?
Because I'm just an internet idol. I've never done any MCing before. Especially with important people being there.
What did you do after you turned him down?
I left with Mr. Okiura at 6:15 p.m. That must have been when Ota saw me.
And after that?
I asked Mr. Okiura to take me home in his car. I got home at 7 p.m. I was home the rest of the night.
What do you think, Iba?
I cannot detect any contradictions. However, her story appears almost too organized. Human memory is ambiguous. Her use of exact times leads me to be suspicious.
Same.
That's true. When did you find out Renju was killed?
This morning, on the news.
And you were with Renju last night? You didn't think to call the police and inform them of this?
Oh, sorry. Is that something you're supposed to do? I had a podcast to record this morning, so if I went to the police, I'd be late. And that would cause everyone a lot of trouble, you know? Am I a suspect?
It's not like that.
It's fine, Date. It's true that I met with Mr. Okiura yesterday. But how do I put this? It's impossible that I'm the killer.
Why?
I'm a teenage girl. Mr. Okiura is a fully grown man.
Well, she's got a point.
What?
A girl like her could have stabbed, poisoned, or shot him dead, but strangling?
If he was if he was sedated.
No, it's still possible. You see.
Yeah.
The autopsy discovered a high concentration of benzodiazepine in Renju's body. This drug is commonly used as a sedative. It is likely that Renju was in a state of compromised consciousness before his death.
A heavy concentration of sedatives were discovered in Renju's body. Renju was practically in a coma before he died. He wouldn't have struggled.
So, Iris could have strangled him.
Wait a minute. Even if I was somehow able to kill him, the rest of it is impossible.
The rest of it?
Like hanging up his body?
How do you know that?
What do you mean? It's all over the news.
That's true.
Damn it.
Renju weighed about 160 pounds. Even if she used her entire body weight, I don't think she could have hauled him up.
Right. It would be hard for her to do it with her strength alone. But with a little ingenuity, it could be done.
Ingenuity?
That would explain... Well, yeah.
The oil drum inside Sunfish Pocket. The type that has a lid you can open, with about a 200-liter capacity. Empty, it weighs approximately 44 pounds.
How could his body be lifted up to the ceiling? See, my thought would be like you could... See, that's really weird, because... Why is that on there?
I know this watch. It's Renju's favorite. I found it inside an oil drum in Sunfish Pocket. That means...
My thought was that you use the oil drum to, like, get him up there. But I mean, yeah, why not? Let's try it.
I don't think so, Date.
No?
This is irrelevant to the question of how to lift Renju's body.
You could put it up on top. That's more of a height question, though.
Renju's corpse was discovered at the maid cafe Sunfish Pocket, hanging from a beam on the ceiling by a wire. He was found over the counter. The wire was attached on both ends. One end was attached to a hook that was embedded inside Renju's jaw. The other end was attached to beer kegs found on the floor. The kegs hold approximately 20 liters of liquid. They weigh approximately 55 pounds each.
Yeah, that's how it was lifted. Put it in, put them down, up it goes. But why would that be under discovery? It's kind of odd.
It went like this. First, Renju was laid out on the counter. Next, the wire was thrown over the beam and connected to the hook in his jaw. Then all you need to do is put the 3 beer kegs on the counter.
You think a teenage girl could have done that?
Sure, it was hard. The kegs weighed 55 pounds each. That's not impossible, even for a teenage girl.
I guess it isn't impossible.
After that, you get on top of the counter, hook the other end of the wires to the kegs, and then, what do you think happens if you kick the kegs off the counter?
Yep.
The 3 kegs weighed 165 pounds altogether. Renju weighs 5 pounds less. I guess that would make it possible.
But what?
But there is one more thing.
What?
What?
Considering the state of the crime scene, it's clear Renju was killed elsewhere and brought to where we found him. If Iris is the culprit, how did she move the body?
Hey!
I know. You're going to say you couldn't have moved a 160-pound body.
Unfortunately for her, she could have.
How?
The autopsy determined that Renju vacated his bowels for muscle relaxation upon death. However, no trace of this was found on the corpse or at the scene. This means that it is highly likely Renju was killed elsewhere and moved to where he was found.
You know, it all makes sense now. That's how it ended up in there. Those barrels weren't originally in the restaurant. He was put in the barrels and... Yep. And then I would use the watch to prove that he was in the barrel. That's really smart, actually.
Do you know what this is? It's Renju's favorite watch. This was discovered inside an empty oil drum at Sunfish Pocket.
Hey, Date, I know you're on a roll right now, but could you please report things like that according to protocol?
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that it wouldn't be so hard to move a body if it were in a cylinder. You would just have to roll it.
So you're saying Renju's body was moved inside the drum, which is how the watch came off. But the suspect didn't notice it.
I'm not saying anything for sure, just pointing out that it's possible.
I didn't do it! You don't even have any witnesses! If I were rolling an oil drum in the middle of the street, people would have noticed!
You could have put it in a car and driven it.
I don't have a license!
Doesn't mean you can't drive. Even an AI can drive nowadays.
Are you mocking me?
Don't make sudden outbursts like that.
Oh.
You insulted me!
Just be quiet.
Who are you talking to?
Oof.
Anyway, Iris, you weigh about 105 pounds, right?
Where is this coming from?
If only you weighed more. Or less.
That is none of your business.
No, I mean that your weight is relevant to the case. If the oil drum was used to transport the corpse, then the possibility of the suspect being around 105 pounds is extremely likely.
Because of the elevator. Oh, wow. Need 3 things. Yeah, elevator record for sure. How much Renju weighed and how much the oil drum weighed as well.
Iris, on which floor is Sunfish Pocket located?
On the 2nd floor.
That's right. So, I checked the elevator records. Before the corpse was discovered, the elevator only stopped at the 2nd floor once, at 8:55 p.m. And we discovered that the total cargo weight on the elevator was about 310 pounds. Renju weighed 160. The oil drum weighs 44. Together, that's about 205. Subtracting that from 310...
This doesn't look good.
Oof.
Why are you...
Now, this obviously doesn't prove you're the murderer. A lot of people weigh 105 pounds. Or
Not
someone
me.
could have put 105 extra pounds in the elevator, sent it up, and taken the stairs.
That would have been really smart,
to throw
actually.
us off the trail. However...
Date, stop. Iris is acting strange. Don't turn around.
Why not?
Just stay put. Keep your eyes on the wall. There are several cameras in this room. 2 surveillance cameras installed at the corners of the ceiling, and 1 camera on a tripod.
Mm-hmm.
I hacked each to gain access to their recordings.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this.
What's she doing under the desk?
She's fidgeting around. Is she doing something under the desk?
That's what it looks like. But we need to confirm something before we confront her. We need to know that she's in fact doing something under the desk.
Walk behind her.
Without
see if
turning
she
around.
stops.
Yes.
How would I do that?
The mirror.
Nut.
She's not playing with herself. God.
Shit.
I won't tell anyone about that thing.
Iris, what are you thinking? What is that thing? Hey, answer me, Iris.
She's definitely hiding something, Date. Sync with her.
Oh. Okay. Well, here we go then.
Iris is experiencing REM sleep. Medication is working perfectly.
Good shit. Well, thank you for the 690 bits, Mike. What would you like to put that toward? Or do you care?
How about it, Date? Think you can do it?
Of course I can fucking
Not
do
a
it.
problem. Get it started.
Let's go.
The time limit is 6 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
So before time is up,
I know.
then let's begin.
I mean, it is made by the same company. Yeah. That tends to happen sometimes. Companies get VAs to do stuff for different games that they do.
What is this place?
It looks depressing. How is this related to Iris?
Unknown, but there must be a connection.
Iris, what are you hiding?
Oh shit! I'm playing P4 now.
Somnium scan. Activate.
Here we go. Damn, 4 this time. A mysterious room, videos, and a strange device. You may be able to find the truth. I guess we'll find out. Look at the blood. Watch the murder.
A CRT TV.
The fuck is that?
Weed.
I don't think it's weed. I don't think it's weed. I will spin the dial, sure. I don't know what that skull with the ×2 is, but hell with it. Let's spin it.
Stop!
Oh, artifacting! Ah! Oh,
what is this video?
What the fucking what? You can feel the artifacting.
It is difficult to believe, but these are the faces of the victims of the original Cyclops killer.
What? What is going on here? Iris, what are you hiding?
We should continue. There are more objects to inspect now.
I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh. Okay. I don't like this music. I don't like this play. I don't like anything about this. You picked up a timey that has a negative effect. Negative ones can multiply time or force you to use them. If you pick one up, be careful. Let's see. Strangle it. The torso?
A torso with a head.
It's very unnerving, yeah.
If it has a head, is it still called a torso?
What would you call it?
Oh, and it's gonna force me. Damn. Hold on, I wonder. Hang on.
A full body mirror.
Hold that thought.
A double door.
Perfect. A 6th. I'm gonna open the door. Because then the penalty's not nearly as bad.
It doesn't open.
It's the sound of metal groaning from 999. It just makes me happy. Good, but that gets rid. Oh, that was great. All right, so there's a little more shenaniganry here than originally anticipated.
A torso with a head.
All right, it said to choke it, yeah. 6 take that down to 7 seconds. Wow. I'm gonna choke it. Oh, you're having too much fun with this, and I don't like. Oh no. This is creepy.
My consciousness is being affected.
While I was unconscious, the room changed.
I'm tired of this. But we have no choice but to investigate.
beat it to death. Oh my god. So you got drugs, an operating table, a mirror, doors that don't open, and then a TV way the fuck over there. Let's see if I can identify what medicine's in here.
A drug bottle that holds some kind of liquid.
Investigate, please.
There is no label. I cannot determine what is inside.
It's probably dangerous.
I agree. We should not touch it if we do not know what it is.
Yeah.
Even in Somnium, some things should not be done.
Damn.
5 minutes left, Date.
Shit. I'm gonna check TV first, and then we'll come back. It's over here in the corner.
An old television.
Yeah. Ah, shit! Oh, fuck you, bird. Fuck you. I'm gonna investigate.
It's the world beyond, Date.
What?
That's just static.
My generation has never seen static.
Right. You're only 5 years old.
Do not measure my age on the same scale as a human's. My mental age is 10 times that.
Mature woman, huh?
Rare.
An old television.
I guess. We'll turn it, see what happens. See if we can get a clear image this time instead of massive fuckery. Or we'll get a shitload of artifacting. Jesus. I have theories.
That video showed the face of a victim of the original Cyclops killer. It appeared to be the second victim.
What is going on? Iris has something to do with the first Cyclops case?
Unknown. I do not have enough information.
Guess that means we have to investigate more.
Indeed. The oil drum, shelf, and another torso have been added.
Let's look at the oil drum. Not that one. Gas canister. Can I not invest? Oh, there's a gun up there.
A revolver.
This is some Saw shit.
Is it real?
It appears that way.
Just investigate, please.
It is a pistol. It appears to be fixed with a vise.
Why would this be here?
What's this? The trigger. There is a stick in the hole of the trigger guard.
That's suspicious.
4 minutes.
What's up with the shelves? They're new. I'll check them out.
Only a shelf.
Pull and push. Pushing is easier. We'll push it, sure.
That shelf sticking out. It seems odd.
Oh. I thought it meant to like push it like over, not. Well, I made the right decision by accident. Oh, there's a rock. There's a rock. You should be careful of that. You should really be careful of that. It's a dire hit. Yeah, this is really creepy. Move, 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 move. Please move.
What?
Oh.
What happened?
I thought that was gonna kill you.
A metal ball must have fallen off the shelf.
Why would anyone put that there? An iron ball. It looks quite heavy.
Kick gives me bad. Balance on seems like a horrible idea. Throw isn't bad, but I mean, why not? What are you gonna throw it at? Let's find out.
Where should I throw it?
Throw it that way.
Very descriptive, Date.
Understood. It is unexpectedly light. All right. Yeah!
I feel like that ball hit me in the head.
I just replicated the murder.
Now, a TV and an old book have appeared.
I hope this is the last time.
I think I know what it wants me to do. I need to look at the TV to see how they were murdered and then replicate it. I've somehow stumbled my way through that. Oh, you're right. That's so much better. Oh, that is infinitely better. Thank you. Oh. It's the same TV. Worn out reference book TV. Let's see what the TV says first, and we'll go from there.
An old-fashioned TV.
Turn it.
Please. Help me. Help me.
Either you had an accomplice or you had somebody that was telling you what to do. I'm not sure which.
This was the third victim of the original Cyclops killer.
Why does Iris know that?
There is a possibility that she saw it online or on TV.
She even reproduced the circumstances of the killing. Would her imagination explain that?
Not to that detail.
Date, we have no direct evidence. For now, we must continue investigating.
Right.
Shoot to death. Let's have a look at that reference book.
It is a thick book.
Damn. That's a lot of time I'd use. Crank it down to 9 seconds. Read it.
It has not been well preserved. Most of the ink has faded.
Yes, Elias. Elias did. And it was glorious. It was really, really fun.
Can you tell what kind of book it is?
It is probably a book on...
Butterfly.
insects! It's a book on insects!
Don't get excited. I know how you love bugs. Does this book belong to Iris?
I didn't know she liked insects, and to read the book so often that it wears out.
Well, we can't prove it's Iris's.
True. We cannot conclude anything.
Okay. We have a new locker over there. Medicine bottle, operating table. I haven't looked at the operating table yet.
An operating table.
Perform surge. No! 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 Oh no! But I'd get stuck with one of those doubles though. It might be worth investigating. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. It's worth it.
The fabric on the surface is frayed. It appears to be in use despite its age.
They did surgery here?
Surgery or worse.
I hate bugs.
3 minutes, Date.
Check the locker.
Just a locker.
Oh my god. I can't open it. I want to open it. I could listen. I'd only have 106 seconds left. I mean, I'm gonna come back. Let's see if there's like a smaller one I can burn that big negative off on. Mirror, do you do anything?
Full body.
Game? Oh, okay. Okay. Those are all still a lot of time.
A common gas canister.
I feel like all of those options are not smart. Shit. It did, but I already did it, didn't I? Unless I can do it again.
Double door.
Oh, it lets me do it again. Oh, okay, sure.
It doesn't open. We don't have to worry about
Yeah, I know. Good. I'm gonna go back over here and I'm gonna use my my big minus to open the locker.
Just a locker.
Alternatively, I could listen first. That might be the better call. I'm gonna listen first.
I heard a metallic sound, like gears spinning.
Is there something inside? Be careful, Isla, just in case.
Roger.
Ooh.
Just a locker.
All right. Crack it.
Iba?
It's all right. More importantly,
It's gonna hit the pole and knock the gun down, isn't it? Oh, maybe not. Ooh, banana. God damn you, Jack. Oh. I thought it was gonna knock the gun. Oh shit. That was nutty.
What happened in that Somnium?
Well
We saw
done!
it too.
Thank you, Bird.
The 4 murdered women are without a doubt the victims of the original Cyclops serial killings.
That means...
The murders that occurred 6 years ago. are these memory fragments that coalesced in this somnium.
No. That means the person who killed them was...
Damn. Why?
You can't dream of something you know nothing about.
That means Iris must know about the killings.
6 years ago, Iris was 12.
Did she witness the crime at age 12? And not just one, but all four?
The blue figure.
Help me understand this. What I saw during the sink earlier, that was the scene of the original Cyclops serial killings, right?
Yeah.
So the person doing the killing was the original Cyclops killer.
Right.
Did you see him? He was...
I saw your face. The original Cyclops killer was...
It can't be. That's impossible.
Date, you cannot say that for certain.
What?
You have no memories past 6 years ago.
That's fair. Oh, shit.
So perhaps, Mr. Date, you are the killer. You're missing your left eye, so you steal them from others.
I'm kidding. You can't be the Cyclops killer.
Really?
Of course not. Do you think I would hire a serial killer? You interrogated Iris before the sink. What you saw in the Somnium was just a manifestation of the fear you put in her.
The Cyclops killer appeared 6 years ago. I lost my memory 6 years ago. There has to be some kind of connection.
There isn't. It's a coincidence.
Really?
Really.
I don't
Didn't
like
I
this.
tell you? The entire case is a state secret. No matter how many times you ask, I won't tell you anything.
Serious look on her face.
I don't believe there's any meaningful connection. Between the original and new Cyclops serial killings, I mean.
Why is that?
The culprit is not the same. I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes.
How can you be so sure?
Because I can. Don't worry about it. Just trust me. Remember what the boss said this morning. The original Cyclops killer has yet to be brought to justice. After the investigation got going, it was taken over by the government and classified. That was the last we heard anything about it. Of course, they paid lip service to the idea that the investigation was ongoing, but in reality, it was dropped completely. The Sinker does not always experience the somnium they expect. Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones. When using the sync machine for an investigation, we don't always see the memories we expect to see. True, oftentimes the subject will subconsciously want to express their dark secrets and repressed memories. That is why we see them so often in Somnia, and why those Somnia are so useful for criminal investigations. But this is not a guarantee. We cannot control the content of our dreams, after all.
In the Somnium earlier, I saw someone else who might be the criminal. Who was he?
I wouldn't know.
I have a theory.
It's like I told you before. Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones. This can be expressed as an equation. Dream D equals memory A plus memory B plus memory C. This, of course, means that Dream D is a fictional event. However, the same cannot necessarily be said about memory A, B, and C. Those happened in reality. In other words, fiction is built from combinations of reality.
So what I saw in Somnium earlier...
Yes, I believe Iris actually witnessed those events.
Pewter, you said that memories happen in reality, right? But what about false memories? How do we know if the memory really happened?
Even false memories are built from the pieces of real ones. If you disassemble those pieces, you will find real events.
What about things you see in movies or television?
The events might be fictional, but the experience is not. Our imaginations are limited to what we have seen. We cannot invent something whole cloth.
I didn't learn anything from speaking with Boss and Pewter. If anything, the mystery only grew deeper. Pewter shook me from my thoughts.
Dante, it looks like Iris is about to wake up.
Got it.
Okay.
Hey, Iris. About that dream earlier.
Dream? What dream?
There is no point in asking her, Date. The subject of a sync does not experience somnium in the way that you do. They will not remember it.
Then what about the Cyclops killer from 6 years ago?
Cyclops killer? I remember hearing it on the news, but I was just a little girl. I don't remember anything specific.
You don't?
No.
What about the scene of the murder?
I don't know. I've never been there.
But...
Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones.
You can't dream of something you know nothing about. Date, could you take Iris home?
Huh?
We do not have enough evidence to hold her. Even in Somnium, we couldn't find anything. Law demands that we release her.
You cannot decline, Date.
Date, could we make a stop first?
Sure. Where?
Marble. It's a bar in Golden Yokocho.
You know about that place?
Yeah, Mr. Okiura took me before.
Why do you want to go there?
There's something I want to talk about.
We can't talk here?
It might take a while.
What do you think?
There's no reason to refuse. Besides, there's a lot I want to ask her, too. All right, sure.
She sent a denial message to someone? I was curious, but I didn't want to pry. I turned the wheel and drove to Marble. When we walked in, I didn't see Mama anywhere. To my surprise, I saw Ota. That's what she was messaging them.
Tessa!
Oh, Ota!
Where's Mama?
Oh, she left a little while ago. She said something about going to help an acquaintance. She told me to watch the place until she got back.
How well do you know Mama?
Not at all. It's my first time here.
I wasn't particularly surprised. Mama's always depended on the kindness of strangers ever since she opened the place.
No, this is my new one.
You already got a new
You're
phone?
thinking of the one I dropped in that puddle.
So what are you doing here?
I was nihiling with Tessa earlier. She said she was going to Marbles, so I got here just before you did. Look, I was really worried about her. She was about to be charged with a serious crime.
What was that thing about?
This actually works out nicely. I want to ask you something, Ota. It's about a Nile message you sent Iris. You said you wouldn't tell anyone about that thing. That you'd stay quiet no matter what. What were you talking about?
Well,
I'll tell her about the two-witter thing. I swear I'll do it.
Geez, fine. Just don't tell anyone else, okay? But before I tell you, who's that?
What?
At the door. Someone's standing outside.
If you run when I turn around, I'll break your nose. Motherfucker. I mean, that's true. He didn't run. Fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. When I woke up, I was lying on the sofa.
Where am I?
My head was killing me and my memory was foggy. I felt a sudden pain in my neck. I shot up, rubbing my neck. When I looked over the counter, I saw a monster staring back at me. It took me a few seconds before I realized it was just Mama.
It looks like you're awake now.
I don't suppose you had your way with me while I was asleep, did you? What time is it?
It'll be 3 o'clock soon.
Damn.
In the morning, of course.
Why didn't you wake me up?
I tried. You wouldn't budge. I thought you were passed out drunk, so I left you like that.
But I didn't have a glass in front of me, right?
So you weren't drunk?
Didn't have a single drop.
Oh, I thought you were drinking straight out of the bottle. Just like the old days.
Where's Oda?
Ota? The boy I asked to watch the bar?
I'd say he's too old to be called a boy, but yeah.
He was already gone when I came back. All I saw was you getting your beauty sleep on the floor.
Damn it, Ota. What are you thinking?
It appears that he took off with Iris.
What were you doing during all this?
My power was shut down due to the stun gun. I have rebooted in safe mode and am now operational. Date, the boss is calling.
How am I gonna report this one?
Date, listen. Stay calm, but this is an emergency. Just now, the killer... Well, just watch the video. I sent the address to Iba.
Oh my god!
Iris. No, that's...
The criminal is streaming this live.
Iba, the source.
Identified. The Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse, Koto District.
Okiura?
Date, focus. We need to get to the site, now.
Bye.
What's our ETA?
Our destination is far from here. 20 minutes at the fastest.
Please, please let me make it in time.
bastard!
The fuck?
Tessa! Hold on! I'll save you!
Ota!
Stay away from Tessa! Ah!
I kept my foot to the gas the whole time. I could feel the sweat on my palms. The engine raised a high-pitched scream, but I could barely hear it. My heartbeat was pounding in my ears, shaking me to the core. How much time had passed? The feeling of time itself had disappeared. Eventually, the car reached a long bridge. Shortly after, the image changed.
No, it can't be. No. Stop!
Oh, you are such an ass, Mike! Damn!
No!
What?
There you are. Finally. I was looking all over for you. It's rare to see you down like this, but it's understandable. You blame yourself for this, don't you? Beating yourself up about taking Iris to Marble, and about letting Ota get the upper hand on you. Am I right? Shall I tell you what Investigation HQ thinks? Ota Matsushita is a criminal stalker who committed murder-suicide. Ota had a selfish love for Iris. He was under the delusion that Iris loved him too. But Iris refused Ota. So Ota decided that he and Iris should be together in the afterlife, killed her, then killed himself.
I don't need to see it again, thanks.
That's ridiculous. Ota would never kill Iris. And how do you explain the other two murders? Iris's left eye was hollowed out. Just like Renju and Shoko. Those 3 murders were definitely executed by the same person. The new Cyclops killer. There's no way that's Ota. Too many pieces don't fit. Too many contradictions, like killing Iris.
Such as?
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota showed himself on the stream. If he was gonna kill Iris and then himself, why would he do that? The only reason you would show yourself like that is to prove that you weren't the culprit. Ota and the polar bear on the screen at the same time would prove that they're not the same person.
Yeah, but they're never seen on the... yeah.
That behavior would be totally unnecessary if he was gonna commit suicide anyway.
Well, maybe he wasn't planning on dying at first. After he killed Iris, he realized that he couldn't live with himself.
Everything here's
So
really
he lies
dark.
down on the workbench and turns on the ice cutting machine himself? I don't buy it.
Maybe he was thinking like this. The reason Iris and I can't be together is because her agency prohibits it, making the president, Renju, the ultimate bad guy in his mind.
Mizuki is Ota's close friend. Do you really think Ota would kill his friend's father?
Shoko was married to Renju. Maybe he was trying to get at Renju by killing her.
That's a stretch. They've been divorced for years. Ota knows all about it. He wouldn't use Shoko to get to Renju. The culprit was wearing a polar bear costume, probably to hide their identity. But if murder-suicide was the plan, the costume served no purpose.
There are some additional discrepancies. I analyzed the investigation report. Judging by his wound, Ota was stabbed in the side by a kitchen knife or something similar.
Are you sure?
I am.
I told the boss what Iba found.
Oh, I know that.
Well?
Ota could have stabbed himself. Maybe he thought it would be a fatal wound, but when it didn't work, he went for the ice cutting machine.
Well, if you're gonna stab yourself, it's not in the side.
Then, shouldn't we have recovered the kitchen knife from the scene?
Maybe he threw it in the ocean.
Boss, come on. Ota goes out to the water, stabs himself in the gut, throws the knife over the side, then walks back to the warehouse?
There'd be blood everywhere.
Well, I wasn't being serious. I didn't think Ota was the culprit from the beginning. I was just playing devil's advocate for HQ.
I do know the importance of playing devil's advocate.
Really?
Yes, really.
Anyway, Ota didn't kill anyone, and he didn't kill himself. Here's what I think happened.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota knew Iris was kidnapped, so he rushed onto the scene. That's when he saw the culprit wearing the polar bear costume. He tried to fight him off, but ended up being stabbed in the side. He was weakened and losing blood at the culprit's mercy. The culprit forced him into the costume, then under the ice cutting machine. And then...
Then, who is the culprit?
I wish I knew.
We're up to 4 victims, but Ota was a special circumstance. He wasn't specifically targeted by the culprit.
Right. And he was the only one to not have his eye pulled out.
So let's focus on the 3 other victims. Shoko, Renju, and Iris. What connects these 3?
Connections.
If you find a connection between the victims, you find a connection to the culprit. That's the theory of investigation, right?
You think the new Cyclops killer is related to them somehow?
Maybe, maybe not. But it's a good starting point.
Mizuki has the strongest connections with all three victims.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Shoko and Renju were her parents, and she was close friends with Iris. She was good friends with Ota, too. But that's why I could never believe Mizuki would kill all four of them. Thinking of her as a suspect is ridiculous. Hitomi and Renju are definitely linked. They were high school classmates, and she did say that she met Shoko twice. But I can't imagine she would kill Iris in such a gruesome way. No matter what the circumstances were, it seems impossible to me.
I agree. Well, not impossible, but ridiculously improbable.
Mayumi had motive for killing Iris and Renju. Mayumi hated Iris, and she didn't think well of Lemnis Gate either.
But
since Renju is the president... Anyway, the weak point is Renju's ex-wife, Shoko. I can't imagine why Mayumi would kill her. And above all else, she would never harm her only son, let alone kill him. Renju and Shoko were connected to the Kumakuras. But there's no connection to Iris.
Nothing that fits perfectly.
Renju, Shoko, and So. There is a connection between Renju and Shoko through the Kumakuras, but again, I can't see any clear link to Iris.
Also, a congressman wouldn't dirty his own hands, he'd pay someone else to do it.
I know Renju and Shoko, and I'm connected to Iris, but I have an alibi. Aside from Shoko, there's no way I could have killed any of them. No, now that I think about it, Shoko too. I don't remember killing her. My memories from 6 years ago are missing, but I still have my memory of recent events. And if I start doubting myself now...
Date, I can say without a doubt that there is zero possibility you are the new Cyclops killer. I have been working with you for years. I know better than anyone that you are innocent.
I thought it over, boss. Of the people I know, I can't peg any of them as the murderer.
And no leads to pursue?
No.
Then there's only one thing you can do. Continue your investigation. Do whatever it takes to get the culprit, to get justice for the victims.
You're right. Got it, boss.
Damn. Oh my god. The air conditioning wasn't running, but it was still cold. The temperature hadn't raised much at all. Cold air sunk into my skin. The center of my body was burning hot.
No, nothing so far. I checked this place point by point, but didn't find nothing.
A video camera and laptop. This is what the criminal used to stream. All of these items have been bought from pawn shops and thrift stores. It would be difficult to determine a suspect from them. I have logged into the Wi-Fi in this warehouse. Okiura Fishery Co., Ltd. is listed as the owner. However, I found the password written directly on the router. Anyone who saw it could have used it.
Oof.
I have done some research. As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okiuras, the same Okiuras we know. Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
No, actually. Currently, Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju. The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died. Renju holds no shares and is not involved in the management. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead given to other persons.
But it can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious.
They were sliced in two by this ice cutting machine.
Iris's estimated time of death
Yep, nope.
video was not a recording.
Nope.
It was a live stream, filmed in real time.
Nope. Thanks.
Which means Iris's time of death is 3:20 a.m.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for that.
Right here. Iris and Ota were...
I am sure you are already aware of Ota's time of death.
just before I arrived. About 3:30 in the morning.
And the cause of death.
Right. About that. Ota had a stab wound from a kitchen knife in his side.
Correct.
What was the exact cause of death? Was it the knife wound, or...?
I cannot determine that. I can conclude that the knife wound was at least close to being fatal. Even if Ota was still alive on the workbench, he was certainly on the verge of death. If he weren't already extremely weak, we would expect to see more signs of struggle.
Forklift. I don't see anything special about it. About this one.
This forklift is old. It does not appear to be functional. It has not been moved in some time.
The tire and floor are covered with a layer of ice. Maybe Ota was trying to help Iris, jumping at the criminal. That led to a scuffle, and Ota ended up with a knife wound in his side. Lost all power to fight back. He was forcibly put inside the costume and then finally cut open by the ice cutting machine.
But why? Why did the culprit put the costume on Ota?
Unknown. Iris also had her left eye removed.
Yeah.
And like Renju and Shoko, Iris's left eyeball has not been recovered. Date, we should get moving. Officers from the local jurisdiction are checking the warehouse thoroughly. We will not find anything of importance here.
Yeah, you're right.
I can ask CSI to inform you if they find anything.
All right.
Let me know if you find anything. I let them know, and then I left the warehouse. Damn. When I left the warehouse, I saw Pewter. What's he doing here? He walked up to me while I was trying to work it out.
Date, I have to talk to you about something.
Huh?
About the original Cyclops serial killings.
Okay.
Why this all of a sudden?
Because I want you to solve this case, Mr. Date. I want you to find who did this and bring them to justice. So, if I can help you, even a little...
Why didn't you say anything at Abyss?
The boss was there. I couldn't speak openly in front of her.
You're gonna tell me the thing.
So, I decided to meet you here.
All right. Let's hear it.
Earlier, I told you that I was completely certain the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes.
Mm-hmm.
I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes. Let me explain why. I'll start by telling you the identity of the Cyclops killer. Although, it's more accurate to say, killers.
There were two.
More than one?
In the, thing.
In the first series of killings, the culprit had an accomplice. One of them was born a murderous psychopath. The other is Rohan Kumakura, the previous chairman of the Kumakuras.
Okay.
They each had a role to play. The murderer committed the homicide, and Rohan removed the eyeball. "18 years ago, Rohan took a woman's eye. She was already dead. He put his finger into her eye socket and gouged it out. The reason why was simple. He was fascinated by women's eyes. Their beauty stimulated his greed and his desire to possess them. He needed to have them, to make them his own. Driven by this instinctive impulse, he took the woman's eye From then on, he acquired a grotesque obsession with the eyes of dead women. He was very particular about his need that the eye belonged to a deceased woman. But even being the head of a Yakuza gang, there weren't too many opportunities for him to indulge. His deepest, darkest desire went unfulfilled for years. However, he soon met his ideal partner, the aforementioned psychopath. The Cyclops killer would commit the murder, and Rohan would take the eye. Thus, a mutually beneficial relationship was established. This was the origin of the Cyclops serial killings. At about the same time, you were assigned to Abyss.
Why did it get classified?
That, I don't know.
The details of the original Cyclops serial killings case have become nebulous over time. Even the official investigation material contains nothing of value. I am unable to draw any conclusions from them.
You really have no idea?
If I did, I would tell you.
Saving the best for last.
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Got it figured out.
Oxytocin is a peptide hormone linked to feelings of love, affection, and trust. It is colloquially referred to as the love hormone. It causes a tranquilizing effect which improves mood and relieves stress. It is normally secreted when the body makes contact with an object of affection, such as an embrace or caress.
I'm sure you know what this implies, but he was unable to feel love in the way that we do. However, he was able to experience a substitute. His brain was wired in such a way that allowed him to feel satisfaction through other means. Due to the unique idiosyncrasies of his brain, he was able to release large amounts of dopamine and endorphins by performing a certain action.
What was it?
Murder.
Dopamine is a hormone linked to the reward system of the brain. The pleasant feeling attained through accomplishment is dopamine. Endorphins are a kind of brain narcotic. They dull pain and create a feeling of happiness.
He got pleasure from killing people?
It's slightly more complicated than that. Killing people was the only way he could get pleasure. He was 12 when he took his first life. That enlightened him to the pleasure of murder, which he would do again and again.
The original Cyclops killer had an accomplice.
There were 2 Cyclops killers.
And one of them was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
Rohan committed suicide by jumping to his death 1 year ago.
That means... Pewter, tell me this. One of the original killers is dead, I know that. That means one remains.
Here it comes.
Who is he?
After his 4th murder, he was arrested by the police. They actually picked him up on other charges. But, in any case, he is currently serving a life sentence in Fuchu prison.
Fuchu prison?
Yes.
What's his name?
In prison, he doesn't have a name. He is simply called Number 89.
Number 89?
I know who killed Shogun Adami.
So, now you know why I said that. That the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. Because one is dead, and the other is behind bars. Neither of them had the opportunity.
It's not the outcome I was expecting. The place was silent. It was so quiet I felt like I could hear the floating dust. I stepped inside. I thought it was empty, but I saw a shadow in the corner of my eye. It was like watching a decaying old tree cling pathetically to the earth.
Ooh.
Oh, that was mean. I'm sorry to interrupt. Do you want to talk about it?
This is your fault.
Oof.
I heard from the police. Because you didn't take care of Iris, my boy Ota got involved.
Date, I looked into the investigation report. Mayumi confirmed Ota's body early this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry. I want to be alone right now. Did you not hear me? I said leave!
Date, let's go. She is in no state to talk.
Yeah, you're right.
Damn. When I visited. God, this is so depressing. She had a hollow look in her eyes. She let me in and asked me to sit on the sofa. I agreed and sat down. But after that, I couldn't say a single word. The heavy silence weighed on both of us. Steam is rising from the tea.
Iris was my everything. We always went everywhere together. Whether it was buying clothes or going to the movies, or taking a walk, or going shopping at the supermarket. When she was young, she would just hold one of my fingers. Her hand was too small to hold mine. Then it was 2, then 3, and finally she could hold my hand. But eventually, she left my hands altogether. She started crossing her arms, being independent, even though she needed constant attention growing up. Her memories are a part of this room, and always will be. When she was a baby, she fell off that sofa and cried and cried. One day she tore up her picture book all over the floor here. Another time she drew with crayons all over the window. She painted my portrait on Mother's Day. Scratches on the floor, chipped plates, burn marks on the table, stains on the cushions. Everything you see. It all holds a memory of her. But why?
Damn.
Oda was one of my students. I taught him in elementary school. I heard it from the police. Oda tried to help Iris and ended up... I don't know what to say. I have no words.
Hitomi, my entire focus is on this case. Is there anything at all you can tell me?
I don't know if this is important, but...
No, please, tell me.
I may have told you this already. I met Renju's wife Shoko twice before. The first time at the wedding, the second time a month ago. That second time was in the waiting room of the prison.
Prison?
There's an acquaintance of mine from when we were younger. I visit them a few times a year. By coincidence, I saw Shoko. I don't think she noticed me, but I recognized her as Renju's wife right away. She was there for the same reason I was, to visit one of the inmates.
Do you know who?
No, I don't. We didn't talk.
Which prison?
Fuchu Prison, in Tokyo.
Fuchu. I'm sorry to have bothered you. I'll be going now.
I don't know what to do. Thinking about her. Dante, please, you have to catch them. Please. Please.
I will. Trust me.
God damn you, molasses. You're terrible.
Are you okay, honey?
Unfortunately, you know what time it is. Yep.